Thank you, friends and supporters, for tuning in. I'm here with Elisa Klein in her backyard, and she's here to talk to you about her campaign today. Elisa, can you go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone?
My name's Elisa Klein, and I'm running for Plano City Council Place 8. First, to the community, stay safe. There's going to be a long recovery, but I want everyone to know that there are resources available and that people are here to help. So please reach out on plano.gov, or you can go to my website for the latest updates at elisaforplano.com. So who am I? I've lived in this community since I was a teenager. My first job was actually at Collin Creek Mall. I graduated from Plano East, and I'm a proud Panther. I've seen this community grow and change, and I want to be a part of that change. This community is a great community for all stages of life. I've experienced it as a young person, as a young professional, and now as someone who's raising their family here. I'm a proud PTA mom. I was president of my local PTA, and I'm proud to say we were able to do some really great things. I'm also a small business owner. My husband and I own our own IT consulting company, and I know the hardships firsthand of running your own business. I'm also a volunteer. I love to volunteer in my community and give back.
Elisa, tell us about who can vote for Plano City Council Seat 8.
Place 8 is an at-large position. If you need help finding out if you're registered to vote, you can go to my website at elisaforplano.com, and I do have a button there that you can click on to find out if you're registered. Anyone that lives in Plano can vote for this position. It's an at-large, which means I will represent everyone in the city of Plano. And if you need to know early voting dates, you can find those on my website as well. But the day to vote is May 1st, and early voting will be on April 19th through the 27th.
Elisa, could you go ahead and tell everyone why you're running?
That's a great question. While service is something that I strongly believe in, and I've been a volunteer in many organizations over the years, I decided to run because of something that happened during the pandemic. Like many of you, I paid very close attention to the city council and local government when the pandemic first started. There was a vote on a mask mandate, and some of our elected officials could not come to a decision to support the mask mandate or to support penalties for that mask mandate. As a citizen and as someone who depends on elected officials for my health and my behalf, I was livid. It lit a fire in me, and it made me realize that I no longer could stand in the sidelines and that I would get involved. This is what catapulted me to decide to run for office.
So of course, we can't have this conversation without addressing the events of the past week. I just want to hear about what your involvement has been in the community.
I don't think anyone could have ever told me this week would have happened the way it did. It's an unimaginable event that really saw our community come together with what we were handed. I, like many of you, lost power for days. I was lucky. I had an option to leave my house. Many of you didn't. I had an opportunity to go to my parents' house, who live across the street, who didn't lose power. And so what I did in that time is we looked to our neighbors to see if anyone needed help. And I helped neighbors stop floods in their homes. I think that with this, if anything, this event has taught us that this community is strong, that people care one another. I volunteered at Grace Church when they needed volunteers to come help with the warming stations. The makeshift warming stations that they set up were unbelievable and provided lots of resources for people and families with very young children, all the way up to our senior citizens. I met city staff as well as police and fire department personnel that had been awake for days tending to the community and helping any way they can with no signs of stopping. I'm very proud of the community and how it's brought us all together. And I want to continue to make efforts for the recovery of this community. Community health and safety is a top priority in my campaign. I support measures that help us invest in our first responders. I think that when we invest in our public servants, we're investing in our community.
Thank you, Elisa, for sharing your priorities and your perspectives with us. I know it's difficult to reach people both with COVID going on and then Snowmageddon, obviously, for the last week or so. But I know the people want to hear what you stand for and what you have to offer the community. Can you tell people where they can find out more information about you?
My campaign needs you. And whether that support is coming out and helping us block walk, liking our Facebook page, or putting a yard sign, we need your support. Please contact us and reach out through the Facebook or on our website at elisaforplano.com. Let us know how you want to be involved. Despite all the hardships that we've encountered in this past week and even in this past year, I want people to know that I will be an elected official that listens to the community and puts people first. That is, after all, my campaign motto. Remember to vote for Elisa Klein for Plano City Council Place 8 on May 1st. And thank you for your vote.